Okay, let's just dive right in. Our relationship with money, it has so much less to do with spreadsheets and calculators than you think. It's really all about the stories we tell ourselves. It's a game of mindset, not just math.
I mean, it all comes down to this question, right? It's a paradox, and I'm sure you've seen it play out. The answer isn't really about the income. Nope, it's about the invisible programming that's running the show, dictating our financial decisions. That's where the real difference is.
So, to really get this, we have to explore what's called our hidden financial blueprint. Just think of it like a psychological operating system. It's running in the background 24/7, and it's quietly influencing every single choice we make about money. And the core of that blueprint is what financial psychologists call a money script. It's basically an unconscious rulebook about money that you probably didn't even know you had. These beliefs, they were likely written a long, long time ago, but they're still directing your actions today.
And what's absolutely wild is just how early this programming starts. A Cambridge University study found that by the time we're just 7 years old, a lot of our fundamental money habits are already locked in. I know, it's a bit shocking, but it just goes to show you how deep these roots really go. So, researchers have kind of boiled all this down into 4 common types of scripts. And as I go through them, just ask yourself if one of them feels a little familiar. First, there's money avoidance. That's the belief that money is kind of bad or a source of stress. Then you've got money worship, the idea that more money will magically solve everything. There's also money status, where your self-worth is completely tied to your net worth. And finally, money vigilance, where you're great at saving, but you're constantly, and I mean constantly, anxious about it. See one that fits?
Okay, so now that we understand the problem, let's see how we can actually build from that and adopt a whole new set of rules. Let's talk about the principles of a true wealth mindset.
And, you know, this quote from Warren Buffett just nails it. He says success with money isn't about being a genius. It's about having the right orientation, the right mindset, the right behaviors. It's a behavioral game, not an intelligence game. Now, a huge part of that right orientation is learning to avoid the comparison trap and instead developing what we call an inner scorecard. The comparison trap, well, it makes you ask, what will they think? Which almost always leads to spending money to impress people. But an inner scorecard, on the other hand, it makes you ask, does this align with my goals? Just that one little shift can completely change your financial future. And here's another powerful principle that a lot of wealthy individuals practice. They spend way more of their time and energy creating value, building things, learning new skills, and far less of their time just consuming. That focus on production over consumption, it's a foundational habit of wealth. Okay, so we've covered the psychology, we've talked about the principles. Now let's get practical. How do we turn this whole mindset thing into real concrete action, starting like right now? First things first, you have to know the score. And the real score in the money game isn't your income, it's your net worth. It's a super simple but powerful formula. What you own, your assets, minus what you owe, your liabilities. That one number, that is the ultimate measure of your financial health. So here it is, a simple 3-step action plan. Step 1, know your numbers. You got to track everything just for a bit to see where your money is actually going. Step 2, create a mindful budget. Now, this isn't about depriving yourself. It's about alignment, cutting the spending that doesn't really match your values. And then step 3, this is the secret weapon. Automate your wealth. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investments. It takes all the emotion and willpower right out of the equation. And this slide just perfectly illustrates the power of that mindful budgeting. I mean, just take Gabby's case study. By making a few small intentional cuts, you can see them listed there, trimming a little from cable, clothes, gas, meals out, she found an extra $125 every single month. None of these were drastic sacrifices, were they? But look at that total. Together, they make a huge difference. And as we start to wrap this all up, please remember this one crucial point. Building a healthy money mindset, well, it's not a one-time fix. It's not a destination you just arrive at one day. It truly is a continuous journey. Yeah, you should think of your financial plan as a living, breathing document. Because life changes, right? Your goals are going to shift, and your plan has to be flexible enough to adapt with you. The key is to keep coming back to it, reviewing your progress, and making little adjustments along the way. It's a constant process, not a set it and forget it kind of deal. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Whether you realized it before now or not, you are the author of your own financial story. You're the one holding the pen. So the question is,
What's the very first sentence you're going to change start?